Welcome, everyone, to Hot Lap Hot Takes, and this is the so it's a work in progress show with a work in progress name, maybe. And I am your work in progress host. My name's Eric, and I am the multimedia producer here. And today we're going to be challenging John, who is our. How do you prefer to your title to be? I mean, I've heard like editor of all things green, senior editor, senior green editor.
Yeah, those are anything's fine.
All right.
I'm the green editor here. I sort of lord over a section of our site called Autoblog Green, but I dabble in a little bit of everything else too.
Indeed.
Which is what makes this job fun.
Indeed. And today, so we are going to be basically talking about some of the hottest news that's happened in the past week, while John is going to be doing a single lap around the Nurburgring. We are going to be doing this weekly with different editors, just to get different opinions on things, and we're going to see who's the best racer. So the rules are, it might be. So the rules are, you can pick any car you want, but you cannot rewind, and I guess try not to stall too much when answering questions, but again, it's not like more just let's just talk about this stuff and do a lap around the ring. So go ahead and let's get started right now.
All right. I don't know what's going to be worse, my driving or my opinions.
No, it's nothing too. Not going to hit you with anything too hard hitting.
Well, that doesn't mean I won't have bad opinions.
Well, according to pretty much the whole office, I am the worst hot take machine here, so...
You think Rogue One is a bad movie?
I mean, because it is.
You don't like onions.
Well, they're bad. But anyways, so, here we go. Oh, hit A one more time, start this race.
I'm nervous.
So, in the past week, we learned some things about the Subaru WRX STI.
Yeah.
And one of the things we learned is that the next-gen STI may have...
Oh, I'm already blowing it. The brakes are...
Oh, no.
The brakes are...
So no rewinds. So this is off to a rough start for John.
Boy.
All right, so this car... the next generation is going to have a little more horsepower, which may not be helpful in this situation here on this track.
Needs more brake
power. But so we're looking at, it might have up to 400 horsepower and 361 pound-feet of torque, thanks to a retuned 2.4-liter turbocharged boxer engine.
Yeah.
Now, this would make it the most powerful factory STI ever sold in America.
Okay.
The engine currently offers 260 horsepower and 277 pound-feet of torque. So the
oh my God, burn.
the presumed improvement would be from 260 to 400 horsepower.
All right.
And from 277 to 361 pound-feet of torque.
I mean, the torque is fine. That's a lot of power for this car.
Do you think it's too much?
It might be. I mean, this car it's not going to be fun to live with at that point. Man, this thing does not want to turn. It's already like kind of rough. The STI in particular.
Rough in what way?
It's loud, it's vibraty. The sun is in my eyes. Holy smokes. It's It's really fun to drive. I've driven them on the road and on the track. I owned a WRX for many years. I think it's kind of fun to work with the power that you got already, and I think it's plenty. 400 is a lot.
So who do you think? I mean, were people like clamoring for this? I mean, it sounds like you weren't. You sound like
and
pretty
the thing
happy
is, I
with
know
it.
it's going to cost way more than it ought to.
Yeah.
Any STI is going to be, pretty expensive for what should be a relatively obtainable car. Ooh, man.
I'll give you a tip.
This is tough.
Hard brake the second you hit a yellow line. Like hard brake.
I know, but I'm at the same time trying to think
Okay.
of answers.
Okay. Well, I appreciate the commitment. There we go. Nice. Nailed it. Any other thoughts on the STI?
I feel bad for the sucker who buys it.
There you go. Hot take.
Buy your own and tune it.
All right. Good stuff. Kind of similar to that. It sounds like a similar thing is going to be happening to the Subaru Crosstrek. It's not confirmed, but it seems reasonable to assume that the next engine in the Subaru Crosstrek will be the naturally aspirated 4, which is currently available in the Forester, Outback, and Legacy. That delivers 182 horsepower and 176 pound-feet of torque. That's up from 152 horsepower that the Crosstrek engine currently has. So it's not as much of a boost, but it's still a little bit of a boost. Do you think that one warrants the horsepower increase, or do you think that one's fine too?
Yeah, it's a little pokey of a car. I wouldn't want that if... Okay, so here's what I think. If you're going to give it more power, give it a turbo engine option. Otherwise, just go with the most efficient, naturally aspirated. If you're good, I'm not sure what it's going to do to fuel economy, but it's probably not going to help it. Which is a shame. Unless they're able to make different changes to the car to keep fuel economy on parity. If you can keep fuel economy on parity, it's fine. If not, just keep it how it is and give us a turbo option as well. Okay.
If they what
grass in this game is like
it'll kill you.
It's like the floor is lava.
Yeah, that's a killer. Also, so you, viewer, will likely be watching this as a video on YouTube, but we are doing this during our live streams, which we do every Tuesday and Thursday from 2 to 4 p.m. So we do have chatters in the chat. A couple people leaving right now. I just want to say thanks for watching to the streak.
If you get one wheel off, you're done. You're toast. You can't control the car.
Yeah. It's you definitely gotta stay on track.
Okay. So the first one, I will get better at this. See, even just dropping one wheel, just a little bit off. I try to go over the curbing, but no. Oh man, this is really off.
No man, this is the Nurburgring. That's why it has the reputation it has. This is a classic track. All right, so more hot. Anything else to say on the Crosstrek? Is that your Crosstrek hot take?
I like the hybrid better.
Okay.
Crosstrek hybrid is the one you should buy. Most people don't have that.
All right. Wait, why? Why don't they like that?
Because it costs more and it actually loses a chunk of trunk space.
Oh, interesting.
For the battery.
Okay. But fuel economy's got to be better. Do you think it's better enough to justify the price increase? Yeah. Okay.
Other people would disagree.
I got you. All right. Good stuff. Well, that is the Crosstrek hot take from John. Okay. I don't know if we really are gonna have a ton to say about this. Impala's dead.
Good.
Hot take. No, is there anything else you want to say about the Impala? I mean, that's an iconic car. Everybody knows what an Impala is.
It'll live on in rental fleets for a few years at least. So. That's actually the last time I drove one. It was in a rental fleet, and it's such a forgettable car.
Yeah. Do you think it's just gone because nobody buys it, I assume? But it's been around for so long, it feels
I
like.
feel like Chevy does like sell some sedans, and they're killing off the Cruise too. Dealers are asking the company to make sedans again so they can have them to sell. They don't sell as well. They're not as profitable as crossovers, but.
Do you think that trend is going to go out of style soon? I feel like the last 5-6 years have been...
I don't know about soon, but yeah, eventually.
Yeah. I just think it seems to me that it's pretty wild that like it takes a couple years to completely change around your entire vehicle building strategy. And I feel like these businesses all do it based on trends that will likely... For instance, it's like, gas is cheap right now, so trucks are hotter than ever.
Right.
But it won't always be, inevitably. So, like, what's going to happen then?
Well, that's why companies are focusing on electric cars.
Yeah, so they're kind of... It's like a two-pronged approach.
Them yet. Yeah.
Okay.
And the profits from the trucks are paying for the electric cars, essentially.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
I like that.
I never
really
have something in place when the next oil crisis hits.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
climate crisis.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, eventually trucks aren't going to be
get on there
quite so convenient for people, I think. All right, so last few things here. As you're coming up near the end, probably a few more minutes here.
This is bad, man.
So the Geneva Motor Show was canceled.
Yes.
Due to coronavirus, precautions because of the coronavirus, not like due to the coronavirus.
Right.
But, just better safe than sorry type thing. But we are getting concepts and things kind of trickling out. And there are a few, particularly two, that I'm curious about your thoughts.
Okay.
One is one that you brought up to me earlier. It's the BMWi4 concept. So I'll put a picture on the screen for the video, but for those of you who are watching live right now, definitely Google it. It's an interesting looking car. I would say the most interesting thing about it is maybe the grille and the interior. But if assuming you have a good enough mental picture of this, I'm curious about your thoughts of this. It's to remind you, it's got that kind of gold exterior paint. Yeah. It's got that kind of crazy looking grill.
Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about this?
I love it.
I like it too. I like it too.
People hate that big double kidney grill.
Really?
Yeah, people hate it. They've hated it, on the road cars that BMW has been putting it on. The X7, I like it. I think it looks cool. I think it could be massaged a little bit. If this car goes from concept to production.
Sure.
Sure, like maybe like integrate it a little better. But I like the front end of that. I actually think it looks cool.
I think it does too. Particularly, I love the headlights. They don't look. I never really like. I think it's extremely overused to say a fascia looks mean. And I don't think this one looks mean.
Though.
Yeah. But the
I do think the grill kind of looks like, ooh, not a bad time to crash.
It looks like some kind of happy-go-lucky creature that's like getting real serious for a second. That's what it looks like to me.
It looks like a horse that's terrified and mad.
Yeah,
like
it
its
does.
Nostrils are flared.
Yes, it does. It absolutely does. Wow. And so that's the hot take for the BMW i4. And
oh man, look at that car.
Great timing.
It is. It is.
Absolutely wrecked the car.
Look at this. Wham.
All right, so what do we got?
Bad.
So,
12
we got
minutes.
12 minutes and 5.841 seconds on the Nurburgring, answering hot take questions from the past week. Is there anything else that you really want to get off your chest, or are those your hot takes for the week?
Rogue One is a good movie.
Well, that's just incorrect. Rogue One left much to be desired. However, your hot takes did not. So, thank you for this. We will. You are officially the first ever participant in Hot Lap Hot Takes, and we'll get the leaderboard going, starting with 12 minutes and 5.841 seconds.
I can tell you next time my time will be better. My opinions won't.
Okay. All right. So look forward to that, everybody.
That'll be worse.
We will be back next week with another Hot Lap Hot Take. And thanks for watching this video.